If Jupiter disappeared tomorrow, humanity might not survive. That sounds absurd, after all. Jupiter is nearly 800 million kilometers away from Earth. It's a giant ball of gas orbiting far beyond Mars. Most people rarely think about it, but for billions of years, Jupiter may have been performing a task so important that without it, complex life on Earth might never have had the chance to evolve at all. In a strange way, humanity may owe its existence to a planet we've never visited. To understand why, we first need to look at how dangerous our solar system really is. When most people imagine space, they picture a vast, empty void. But space isn't empty. Our solar system is filled with countless asteroids, comets, and fragments of rock left over from its violent formation more than 4.5 billion years ago. Most of these objects remain harmlessly distant, but some don't. Every year, Earth is struck by thousands of tons of cosmic material. Most of it burns up in the atmosphere as harmless streaks of light. Occasionally, however, something much larger arrives. Around 66 million years ago, a roughly 10-kilometer wide asteroid slammed into Earth near present-day Mexico. The impact released more energy than billions of nuclear bombs. The dinosaurs never recovered. Neither would we. And this wasn't an isolated event. Earth's history is filled with collisions. Some changed the climate. Some altered ecosystems. Some nearly wiped out entire branches of life. In other words, Earth lives in a cosmic shooting gallery, which raises an uncomfortable question. Why hasn't a civilization-ending impact happened more often? This is where Jupiter enters the story. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. More than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. Its mass is greater than all the other planets combined. And with that enormous mass comes something equally enormous: gravity. Jupiter's gravitational influence extends across vast regions of the solar system. Objects passing nearby often find their paths dramatically altered. Some are captured. Some are thrown outward into interstellar space. Some are pulled into Jupiter itself. In many cases, dangerous objects never get the opportunity to reach Earth. It's almost as if Jupiter stands at the outer gates of the solar system, intercepting threats before they arrive. And we have actually witnessed this happening. In 1994, astronomers observed something extraordinary. A comet known as Shoemaker-Levy 9 had been torn apart by Jupiter's gravity. The fragments eventually crashed into the planet. One after another, the explosions were enormous. Some impact scars became larger than Earth itself. For days, dark marks remained visible in Jupiter's atmosphere. It was a dramatic reminder of something unsettling. Had Jupiter not been there, some of those objects might have continued traveling through the inner solar system, perhaps crossing Earth's orbit someday. But the story isn't quite that simple, because Jupiter isn't only a protector. Sometimes it's the reason dangerous objects come our way in the first place. Its immense gravity doesn't just remove threats, it can also redirect them. Imagine Jupiter as a giant cosmic billiard player. When small objects pass nearby, they can be flung into completely new trajectories. Occasionally, those new paths lead toward Earth. Scientists have discovered that Jupiter can both decrease and increase impact risks depending on the specific object involved. In other words, our giant guardian sometimes becomes an accidental troublemaker, and that makes Jupiter far more fascinating than the simple bodyguard narrative suggests. It isn't protecting us intentionally. It's merely following the laws of physics. Yet the consequences of those laws may have shaped the history of life itself. Now imagine a solar system without Jupiter. Without this massive gravitational giant, countless comets from the outer solar system might travel inward far more frequently. Earth could face a much higher rate of catastrophic impacts. Mass extinctions might occur more often. Complex ecosystems could struggle to survive long enough to evolve. Perhaps intelligent life would never appear. Perhaps humanity would never exist. Of course, we cannot know for certain. The solar system is an incredibly complex machine. Change one component and everything changes. But one thing is clear. Jupiter is not merely another planet orbiting the Sun. It is one of the dominant architects of our cosmic neighborhood. Every day, while humanity goes about its business, Jupiter continues its endless journey around the Sun, silent, distant, unnoticed by most people. Yet its gravitational influence stretches across millions of kilometers, constantly shaping the paths of countless objects. Some of those objects may one day threaten Earth. Others may never reach us because Jupiter intervenes first. And perhaps that's the strangest part of all. Human civilization often feels fragile. We worry about wars, climate disasters, economic crises, and technological risks. But above all of that exists a much larger reality. Our survival depends on forces operating on scales almost impossible to comprehend. A giant planet nearly 800 million kilometers away, an invisible gravitational field. Billions of years of cosmic chance. The truth is that Earth isn't isolated. It exists within a delicate gravitational ecosystem, and Jupiter is one of its most important members. Not a perfect shield, not a conscious protector, but a silent giant whose presence may have helped create the conditions that allowed us to exist. The next time you look at an image of Jupiter, remember this. You're not just looking at the largest planet in the solar system. You may be looking at one of humanity's oldest and most important allies. A guardian that never intended to protect us, yet may have done so anyway.